Welcome to Joyful Jen Yoga. Today's practice is for vaulters who are maybe more beginners, maybe trot copper level novice vaulters, or just vaulters who are completely new to yoga. So we'll break it down and make it a little bit more foundational, okay? So take everything slow, do what makes sense, and if you have any questions, just reach out to me, either comments or send me an email, okay? Let's get started in a comfortable seat. So whatever that looks like, I like to sit on the edge of a blanket. It could be a towel. And you just want to find a nice tall spine. So a trick to do that, especially if you tend to be tight in your hips, and if you find yourself sitting kind of in a rounded position, is to start to press down through the front of your pelvis. So your pelvis is right here, right? So try to push down through the front of your pelvis and notice if that lengthens your spine. Now, if you tend to let your ribs kind of splay out, see if you can pull your low ribs down. And you can kind of play with that, even taking your hands to your hips and allowing your back to arch a little too much. And then you can tap your ribs down and really feel connected to your center. And then just let your hands rest wherever they feel comfortable on your lap. And let your eyes close or be soft. And just start to notice your body here. Notice what it feels like to sit in stillness. Do you tend to be really active? Do you like to move a lot? Is it hard to be still? Just watch, notice. And then try to observe, to watch your breath. Notice if you're breathing in and out through your mouth or through your nose. See if you can transition your breath to be in and out through your nose instead of your mouth. Watch what it feels like to take big, deep breaths in and out. Notice how your body feels when you take bigger breaths in. Take 3 more mindful breaths. Mindful meaning that you are aware of your body breathing here. Trying to commit to breathing in and out through your nose. And then letting your eyes flutter back open if they were closed. Arms will reach up and out to the sides. Stretch your arms up overhead. And exhale, bring your hands down to heart. Twice more. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, bring your hands down. One more time, simply moving with your breath. And hands to heart. Awesome. Take your hands down and just switch the cross of your ankles. We'll walk our hands forward. Take a big breath in, find length. And then exhale, walk yourself forward any amount. See if you feel a stretch in your hips or maybe in your low back. And you can let your head hang here. And just feel your body breathing in and out through your nose. And then gently walk your hands back up and in. I'll mirror you here. So we'll inhale, reach our arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Left hand, right knee, right hand back behind you. Inhale, look forward. Arms will sweep up and we'll twist to the left, right hand, left knee. And then looking forward, arms reach up. Hands come down and we'll sweep our legs back behind us. Come to all fours. I like to pad up my knees with a blanket. You don't have to here. We'll come to all fours and play with some cat-cows. So our wrists are right underneath our shoulders, our knees are right underneath our hips, and we start in a neutral spine. So the ribs are pulling towards the hips and you feel connected to your center. And on your inhale, you can pull your heart through your arms, tilt your tailbone up. And then on exhale, start to gaze down, press up through your shoulders. Inhale, moving through your spine, pull your heart forward. And exhale, round it in. So playing with these cat-cows. Inhale to draw heart forward, waking up your spine. Exhale, finding that round. Inhale, draw forward. And exhale, round it in. Inhale, find neutral. We'll extend the right leg straight back behind us, and then finding balance, left arm will reach up. Take an inhale. On exhale, tap your left hand and your right knee down. Inhale, reach left arm back, right arm forward, find that balance, connect. And then release hand and knee. And we'll play with a little flow here. So inhale, reach right leg, left arm. Exhale, tap down. Inhale, reach right arm, left leg. Exhale, tap down. I care more that you're moving with your breath versus having like a perfect flag shape here. So inhale, extend out. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, lower. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach. And lower. One more on each side. Inhale to stretch. And lower. Inhale. And lower. Let your knees go wide here. Bring your big toes to touch. We'll lower our hips toward our heels and come into child's pose. This is a nice stretch for your hips and for your low back. You can have your arms out in front of you, or they could reach back behind you if you'd prefer. And then gently reach into your hands. We'll come up to all fours and find our way to our first high plank. So we'll step one foot back and then the other. We want to be on the balls of our feet, shoulders over wrists, and then watch if you tend to sag towards your middle. See if you can press up and get really strong here. Take a breath in and then exhale, lower your knees down. Press into your fingertips. Shift your weight back with your toes tucked and come up into a downward facing dog. So down dog looks like an upside down letter V. So you want your tailbone to press up toward the sky, which might mean you need to bend your knees. We don't want to let our shoulders hang here. So really lift up through your shoulders, feel connected to center. Take another inhale. And exhale, let your knees touch back down. Very nice. Let's try that one more time. So we'll step back into our high plank. Again, watch if it's saggy. Press up. Feel connected to your center. Inner thighs are active. And the knees touch down. Keep that tucked to your toes and press all the way up into downward facing dog. Strong shoulders, strong core. Knees can be bent. Take a breath in and out. Let your knees come down. We'll step our right foot in between our hands and then crawl your hands up your right thigh. Inhale, arms come up into a low lunge shape. Full breath in, and exhale, hands touch down. Straighten out through your right leg, toes pull in. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over that right leg. Try to engage and stretch at the same time the whole back of that right leg. Full breath in. And out, bend into your right knee, hands tuck, hands plant, and we step back to all fours. Left foot steps forward. Walk your hands up to your thigh. Inhale, arms stretch up, low lunge. Feeling a stretch maybe through the front of that right thigh. Full inhale. Exhale, hands touch down, straighten out your left leg. Inhale for length. Exhale to fold over your leg, opening up the whole back of the left leg. Rebend into your left knee, hands touch down, come back to all fours. So tucking your toes again, lifting from your navel, from your belly, we'll start to press up and back to downward facing dog. And then gently walk your feet to the top of your space. When you arrive, find a forward fold. Your knees could be soft. You can hold opposite elbows. You could wrap your arms around your calves. And then on your next inhale, slide your hands up your shins, lengthen your spine. So we engage those muscles right in between your shoulder blades, which is super helpful for riding seat, for mill, and for stand. Take an inhale, and exhale, fold back in. We'll do that twice more. Watch what sometimes happens. You might come up and your shoulders might be up by your ears. See if you can pull your heart forward. Knees can be bent. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale, fold back in. We'll try that one more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold back in. Bend your knees, arms stretch all the way up overhead, and hands come to heart. So we'll make our way through a few sun salutations, and I'll break them down for you. They're a really nice way to warm up your body. So we'll do 3 half sun salutations. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward, knees can be bent. Inhale, hands to your shins, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to hearts. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, we fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, find that neutral spine. Exhale, fold back in. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more like that, just feeling the rhythm of moving with your breath. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften. Inhale, arms reach up. And hands come to heart. Moving on here to fuller sun salutations, I'm going to show you several different varieties and variations of movements so that you feel completely comfortable to flow here and warm up your body. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, hands touch down. We'll step one foot back and then the other, coming into a plank pose. Knees will lower to the ground and then shift forward so you still are in a plank. So you're not in all fours and you're not letting your hips drop, but you're really strong. Like if you lifted your knees, you'd be back in plank. Full inhale, pull your heart forward, squeeze your elbows at your sides and lower all the way down to the ground. Untuck your toes, slide one elbow forward and then the other, coming into Sphinx pose. Elbows are under shoulders, forearms are parallel, and our heart draws forward. Opening up through our back body, stretching the front of our body, our abdominals. Full breath in, and exhale, lower down. We'll shift our hips to our heels, find ourselves back in child's pose. So knees are wide, big toes touch, and we lower our forehead to the ground. Press into your hands. Lift up through all fours, tuck your toes, and return back into that downward facing dog shape. Knees can stay bent, shoulders are strong. Take a big breath in through your nose, and a big out your mouth. Look forward and tiptoe your feet to the top of your space. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart. So that was one option for a sun salutation. We'll move through a few more options. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands touch down. Again, we step back into our high plank. Good. And then from here, we can shift forward onto our tiptoes, look slightly forward, squeeze our elbows into our sides and lower slowly to the ground. Untuck your toes. Pull your heart forward into a low cobra, or maybe even a little higher. But if you do that, make sure that your shoulders aren't up by your ears, and in fact that you're pulling your heart forward instead of pushing. Full breath in and out. Shift back into your child's pose. Remember that if it was better in your body to have your knees down, that's a perfect option. And then press into your hands, tuck your toes, work your way back up to downward facing dog. And then you could look forward, step one foot forward, and then the other foot forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart. This time we'll make our way through a sun salutation. It'll be a little bit trickier, so if one of the other options that we did before worked better in your body, honor that and take those options instead. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Hands touch down. Step back to high plank. Shift forward again onto your tiptoes, this time lower halfway. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Come onto the tops of your feet in an up dog. Your thighs are off the ground, or back into the cobra from last time. We can shift back using our core to move back to downward facing dog, or you can lower back down into child's pose. Do what makes sense in your body. We'll all lift up to down dog. And then gently begin to look forward, step, tiptoe, or float your feet to the top of your space. Lengthen your spine and fold in. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to hearts. Awesome. I'm gonna slide my blanket off of the mat. We're gonna do a couple of standing poses. So I'm just gonna step out so that you can see me, and then I'll mirror you. So let's turn our right foot out and wiggle our left foot out to the side. We're gonna take up a lot of space here. You want to imagine that your heel kind of draws right into the middle of your back foot, and then bending that right knee so the knee is just about over the right ankle. Arms will stretch out, coming into warrior two. We can look over right middle finger. Arms are relatively even. It's kind of like if you were doing a stand or a riding seat. Your fingertips are generally in line with your eyes. Flip your right palm, reach the arm forward a little bit, and then draw the left hand down your left leg. Right arm reaches back into a reverse warrior shape. Inhale, come back up to warrior two, and then let that right elbow come down to your right thigh. Left arm can sweep up overhead. It's a really nice stretch for your side body. Inhale, come all the way back up. Hands to hips, straighten out your right leg. We'll pivot and turn our toes. So both sets of toes face the long side of our mat. Elbows can pull straight back behind us. Take an inhale. And then exhale, fold forward, wide-legged forward fold. Your hands can be on blocks or the earth here. Let your head hang heavy. Inhale, lengthen, bend your knees. Come all the way back up to stand. Hands come to heart. Turn your left toes out and then start to bend into your left knee, coming into that warrior two stance. So your left toes face forward, your right toes face the long side of the mat. Ribs pull down, arms reach out. Again, think like riding seat arms, looking over your left middle finger. Breathing here, feeling strength, feeling your inner thighs active. I like to imagine I could pull my heels toward one another and not actually move my legs. Flip the left palm, reach it up and back, reverse your warrior. Right hand is light on your right leg. Keep bending into your left knee. Inhale up through center. Left elbow, left thigh, right arm reaches up and over. Side angle. And then inhale, lift back up to warrior two. Straighten that right leg, hands to your hips. Pivot and turn your toes. So again, we're facing the long side of the mat. Inhale, lift your chest. And then exhale, fold forward. This time, crawl your fingertips forward, take an inhale. And exhale, melt your head in between your arms. Inhale, walk your hands back in. Bend your knees and inhale, lift all the way up. Hands to heart. Look toward the top of your space and take a step all the way up to the top. Give everything a nice little shake. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Hands touch. We find our way back to high plank and then choose whatever flow worked for you. Knees could come down, you can lower halfway. Inhale, pull forward into a cobra, and then transition maybe through a child's pose all the way back to downward facing dog. Walk your right foot forward and then land your left heel. Your left toes will face slightly forward, and we'll inhale, coming up into a warrior one shape. Take a breath in and exhale, hands to hearts. Pivot onto the ball of your back foot so it looks like you're in a lunge, and then start to tilt your torso forward. Hands can come down here, or you can start to pull the left leg up. It's called warrior three. It looks like an arabesque. Take a breath in and exhale. Let your hands come down and start to reach the left heel as high as it's willing to go, finding a standing split or a needle. Full inhale. Exhale, step that left foot back, and then step your right foot back, coming into a downward facing dog shape. Again, strong shoulders, strong center, tailbone up to the sky. Left leg steps forward, right heel pivots down. Inhale, arms sweep up, hips are facing forward in warrior one. Take a breath in and out. We'll bring our hands to heart. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Feel strength through our core, tilt forward. Right leg reaches up, warrior three. Full breath in this arabesque shape. And then let your hands come down. Right heel lifts up, standing split or needle. Full breath in. Energy through your toes, and then step that right foot back, left foot back, coming back to downward facing dog. Full inhale. Exhale, let your knees come down to the ground. And then we'll shift our feet over to one side, stretching legs out in front of us. When you find yourself seated here, try to again tilt your pelvis slightly forward to lengthen up through your spine. And then arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Hands come wherever they will, maybe to your feet, maybe not. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And then exhale, walk your hands back up your body. Pull your thighs in towards your chest. And see if you can just kind of bring your tiptoes to the ground. Hover, lift your core. And then maybe shins come parallel. Maybe arms draw forward and we find ourselves in a boat pose. Take a big breath in. And exhale, lower feet together, knees apart, lift your chest and fold forward into a butterfly shape. Take another steady breath in. And out. Walk your hands back in, help your knees up, and then we'll lower all the way down onto our back body. We're going to come up into a bridge shape. So press into your feet, press into your hands, squeeze your shoulder blades on your back and lift your hips. You might walk your hands towards your heels or even interlace your hands underneath your bum. Notice what feels good. Take another steady breath in and out. Gently release your hips down. Let your knees knock in towards center, feet as wide as your mat. And then walking feet back in, cross your right ankle over your left thigh, hug your left knee in, coming into a figure four shape. Release the left foot, give the right leg a little shake, give it a little wiggle, and we'll switch left ankle, right thigh, bringing the right knee into your chest. Getting a little stretch through your hips. And gently release the right foot down, give the left leg a nice little shake, and then pause with both feet on the ground. And take a breath in and out. Draw your knees in towards your armpits and see if you can reach your hands to the outsides of your feet or maybe wrap your fingers around your big toes. We'll come into what's called happy baby. So maybe you even smile a little bit here. You could wiggle a little bit side to side, make it playful. You could straighten one leg and then the other. Take another steady breath in and out. We'll hug our knees into our chest, land our feet, and then slide your hips over to the left. Let your knees drop over to the right. Let your arms open out, coming into a twist. Let yourself breathe again, noticing your breath in and out through your nose. And then bring your knees back to center. Hips move a little to the right as knees move to the left. You can look over your right shoulder if you'd like. Hi. back up through center. Even yourself out. Give your knees a hug. And then we'll release down into the best part of yoga. It's called Shavasana. It's our final resting pose. It's a time to let your body integrate all of the movement, all of the breath, all of the mind focus that you have spent the past few minutes doing. Let your body drop in. Let your breath return to normal. And just start to let your body relax. Relax through your feet, through your legs. Relax through your belly and your low back. Relax through your shoulders and your shoulder blades. Relax your arms all the way down to your fingers. Relax your neck and your throat. And relax the muscles of your face. Notice how you are in control of where you might be holding stress or tension. Let your physical body relax. We'll begin to reawaken the body. Give a wiggle to the fingers, a wiggle to the toes. And then bend your knees. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a moment to appreciate yourself and appreciate all the hard work you do. Roll to whichever side you'd like. And then use your hands to come back up to a seat. We'll bring hands to hearts. And then bow your forehead down to your fingertips in gratitude. I wish you abundant joy. Be well.